I can tell by the way you hold me, darling, and it won't be long before it's crying time. Crying time, Buck Owens, back in 1964, somewhere around in there. My name's Keith Williams with Fretmore Guitar Lessons, where we fret more, stress less, make a whole lot of music, and do another Buck Owens tune today. I had a request for this one, and great song. It's a little bit high the way he does it. And I did a cover on this. You can check it out. But anyway, it gets a little high in places for me. So you could take the capo off and go just back to G, just a half step, really. But it was still a little bit high for me there, so I just left it, where he did it. But anyway, you could back it up again if you wanted to, and do it in F, I guess. You still want to capo up. If you did an F, capo up one and play it in the E position. Do that. Oh, it's crying time again. You're gonna leave me. Okay, you can do it that way if you wanted to. But anyway, I'm going to show you the way he did it, and sometimes it's a little difficult for me anyway. I say it's maybe not difficult for everybody, but for me, it's a little bit difficult sometimes to tell when they're doing sevenths. Like when he may not have played the sevenths himself, but I believe the sevenths are in there in some of the instrumentation, and at least maybe where he's singing it anyway. But so I'm going to show you the sevenths. There's a G seventh and a D seventh in here that I'm doing. We've got 5 chords with that in the key of G, or in G sharp actually. But anyway, so I'll show you the sevenths, and if you don't want to do them, just stay in. If it's a G seventh, then you just stay in the G. If I'm doing a D seventh, you can stay in the D. If you don't want to go there, it's not a huge deal, because you're gonna be singing that anyway. As far as but I kind of like going there, so I'll show you that way, and you can do whatever you want to there. Okay. All right. So the chords are going to be G. I'm doing that G mainly because I'm jumping back and forth to the G seventh. Plus, when I'm going to C, a lot of times it's just easier. Okay, so we've got a G, got a G seventh. Just pulling out the pinky there, putting the index finger on the first fret. We've got a C in there. All right, and then the D and a D seventh. Okay. Okay. So pretty simple song. Two verses. And one chorus that we do. It opens up with the chorus, and there's a chorus after the first verse, and a chorus after the second verse. But it's just a couple minutes, a little over 2 minutes long, something like that. It's pretty slow, and it's got a pretty. You could, you can sing it at whatever tempo. You don't want to get it too fast. I'm bad to do that myself, but it's pretty slow. So it starts out. So you want to kind of strum it a little bit and get the key in it, because it just starts out with him singing it. Okay. So it starts out on the chorus. Oh, it's crying time again. You're gonna leave me, D. What I'm doing, I'm just alternating. I'm doing like when I'm in D there, I'm just plucking the 4th string, down, up, and 3rd string, down, up. And when I'm G, I'm plucking the 6th string, down, up, and the 4th string, down, up. And then in C, it's the 5th, down, up, 4th, down, up. Okay. So, oh, it's crying time again. You're gonna leave me. Here's where I'm going to D7. I can see that faraway look in your eyes to G. I can tell there's a G7 by the way you hold me, darling, to C. Back to G, that it won't be long before D. It's crying time. I'll get it during it. Okay, so it's the same progression for the verses and the chorus, which is kind of nice. Some of the old songs did that a lot, and so it's the same thing. So I'll do this a little slower. I want to just talk this. I'll do the first verse here. I may sing a little bit of it, but I'm going to kind of let you get the show the changes. I mentioned I did a cover on this, so you can go and play along with this with capoed up. That's the way I've done it. So you have to play it that way to play along with me. But like I say, if it's too high for you to do that way, just back everything up, like I say, you either take it off and then open G. That's easy because it's going to be the same chord positions. If that's still too high, you can go back to F. I think that'd be pretty good for most people. If you played it in the F position, okay, or in the E position, capoed up one, which would be F, okay? So either way you want to do that. But anyway, all right, so the first verse then, again, same melody, same progression. Now they say that absence makes the heart grow fonder to deep. And then on the second line of each one of these is where I'm going to D7th. Again, you can stay in the D if you want to. And the tears are only rain makes love grow, G. For my love for you could never, that's where I'm going to the G7th. Again, you could stay in G and you'd be just fine. Okay, I'll do it both ways. I'll show you what it sounds like. For my love for you could never, there's a G7, grow no stronger, and it goes to C. Without it, it'd be like, for my love for you could never grow no stronger, to C. Okay, so it's not a huge deal either way, because you're kind of going to that. I think he's kind of going to that 7th with his voice anyway. But sometimes I just like to throw those in. They kind of enhance the song a little bit, I think. But I'm not sure if he was playing it or not. So anyway, could never grow no stronger. C. Okay. Back to G. If I live to be a D, 100 years old. I switch G's on you there, but anyway, whichever G you want to do. But I'm doing that G most of the time to switch back and forth to the C and the G7. Okay. All right. So that's the whole song. And it goes back to the chorus. Again, same progression all the way through. There's 4 lines for the chorus, 4 lines for the each verse. And all starting out in G, going to D, and then if you want to do the D7, and then back to G, and then to G7th if you want to do that, and then to C, and then back to G, to D, and G again. Okay, so the next verse, I'm going to talk this one for sure. Now you say that you found someone you love better, to D. Here's the second line, that's the way, D7. It happens, it's happened every time before, to G. And as sure as the sun, G7 comes up tomorrow. C. Crying time, we're going to go to G. Crying time will start when you D. Walk out the door and back to G there. Okay, so pretty simple song. And like I say again, you want to keep 7ths in there. Great if you want to throw them out and don't mess with them. You got a 3-chord country song there. And that may have been a way he played it most of the time. I don't know. A lot of times, some of the instruments went to the 7th, but that doesn't mean that the rhythm guitar player, or especially the artist, you watch the artist and they don't do that, because a lot of times they're not. They can play the guitar, but they don't. They may not play every chord. Especially when it's a 7th, because it's not going to make a whole lot of difference. Because they don't play a lot of times. They may play for a little bit, like George Strait, Alan Jackson, some of those guys. They'll play for a little bit. Now Buck was a good guitar player. He could really. He could do some licks and stuff like that too. But anyway, again, I'm not 100% sure on that, if he did the 7ths or not. So you listen to it, see how you feel about it, make it your own, be creative with it, and have fun with it. And once again, appreciate y'all tuning in. And we'll see y'all in the next one. Check out, give us a thumbs up on this one if you would. Subscribe to us. Check out our other videos and links down below. And we'll see y'all in the next one. Thank you.